If you've been following my Instagram at all, you'd know that I've been posting nonstop about this thing called Shutterfest. And I kind of want to take a moment to talk about it for a little bit. So basically, Monday through Wednesday, I was at a conference in St. Louis called Shutterfest. And this is my first year there. It was their 5-year anniversary of the conference. And my dad told me about it a couple months ago and was like, hey, there's this photography conference in St. Louis. You know, they bring in a bunch of models and, you know, there are all these hands-on classes and everyone just kind of shoots for a few days and, you know, it's really cool. You should, you know, check it out sometime. I'm like, okay. So I go online and register. He comes back in the room like, all right, I'm all signed up. You ready to go? And he's like, oh, I don't think I'm that experienced. I don't think I'm ready to go yet, because he had just picked up photography a few months before. And I'm like, just do it. So he signed up and we ended up going. We kind of collectively agreed that we weren't going to let our nerves get to us. Sure, we were nervous, but we wanted to jump in feet first. Head first. We just kind of wanted to dive into the middle of it. So we set up a photo shoot Monday night, the night before the conference started. So we set this shoot up. We had 4 models and about 8 other photographers that were set to join us. We had a whole Google Doc with everything laid out, mood boards and contact info for all the photographers and models. And once we got there, it was kind of raining, so we had to go inside. And it worked out great. The shoot went absolutely fantastic, but the Union Station Hotel where the whole conference was at, it was just nuts. There were about 2,000 photographers total at the conference. So the night before when we were doing this shoot, there were a ton of people there, and you know, we were just shooting, doing our thing, and people just be walking by with their cameras and they would, you know, they just jump in. And it was fantastic. We ended up having like, you know, at its peak, probably like 20 photographers all kind of crowded around each model. And I mean, it was nuts. It was absolute chaos, yet it went really smoothly. So even though it was super crowded and everything, I ended up getting some amazing shots, some of the best that I think I've taken ever. And it was a lot of fun. I got to meet a lot of great people. I got to meet a lot of great photographers. I got to know the models pretty well. After that shoot, the models were like, hey, we want to do kind of like a moody lighting shooting and kind of an edgier shoot. So we're like, sure, let's do it. So we did that and started going on another shoot. And that was awesome too. I mean, everything was just so hands-on, and it really pushed me to explore lighting and composing and like posing my subjects, working with the models. So it really pushed me to my limits, and I really enjoyed that because I felt like I learned so much. And that's not even day one. That's before the whole conference even started. So day one, we get there and we listen to Sal Sincata's opening talk on like marketing and everything. Sal being the guy who created this conference, and it was amazing. I felt like I learned a lot about business, marketing, how I'm going to market myself, and you know, how I'm going to get clients and how I'm going to conduct my business. So for me, that's great. That's great information. It's really giving me a direction to go in. And you know, all the speakers we got to talk to were just fantastic. I went up to some of my favorite speakers, including Sal, after some of their talks and talked to them one-on-one. They were very personal. They connected with you, and they were like, you know what? Shoot me a message. Like, if you ever need help with this, let me know. I'm usually pretty responsive, like on Facebook or something. Or Sal, you know, I was asking him, how do I insert myself into this, you know, market of senior pictures and everything? He just listed off like 3 great ideas, and he's like, you know, check it out, try it out, and let me know how it goes, man. So that was just great. Some of the photographers that we had on our Monday night shoot, we just continued to shoot with them throughout the next few days. And that was amazing because we made some local friends. So, more people in the St. Louis area that we're able to go out and shoot with in the future. And then also models kind of in that St. Louis area. So that was really nice. Just the networking at that event was amazing. You can't beat it. And in an industry like this, it's sometimes not about what you know, but who you know. And if you've got the right connections, then you can succeed. And that's what this was for me, was networking, finding the right people to connect with, and really finding my style of photography and what I want to do and where I want to take this business in the future. In addition to everything else, all the great speakers and all the models and the shoots and everything, they had this thing called Rent a Human, where you can say, all right, I want like a senior model or a bride or a groom or something like this, and you turn in the paper and they've got models on standby with a bunch of outfits, makeup done and everything, and they're like, all right, you got 90 minutes to go shoot with this person. So we did a senior shoot, we did a wedding shoot, and then they had food trucks for lunch, which was delicious. They had a whole bunch of vendors there, which was really great. I'm going to talk more about the vendors later because I got something at the conference that I'm really excited to make a video about, coming soon. Canon had an area where they were doing free prints, so everyone got one free print, and I got one of the pictures I took Monday night, and let me show you here. Was amazing to get. I don't know how well you can see it because I don't know how well you can see this because it's kind of wrapped up right now, and I don't really want to take it out right now because I'm really babying this. But I got this picture printed with like a glossy finish to it, and it looks fantastic. I absolutely love it. And to see the progress I've made as a creator just in the past 3 days is amazing. It's one of those things that when you look back on it, you can't help but feel just pure joy. And before this conference, I was in a place where I was really not very satisfied with my work. I've always been my own worst critic, but I was just kind of in a place where I wasn't making that much content, both pictures and video, and I just wasn't happy with the stuff I was creating. So during this conference, it just kind of relit that fire inside me, and I'm more amped up than ever right now. So that was Shutterfest for me. It was the best decision I probably could have ever made, and I'm already registered for 2019. I met some amazing people. I took some killer pictures. I got to listen to some of the most inspirational speakers I have met in my life. Some extremely talented people that I will continue to learn from for years to come. I went in feeling like a beginner, and I came out feeling like I could go pro with this. No matter what skill level you're at, you are set up for success. So now, if you're on my Instagram and you see me talking about Shutterfest, then you know what I'm talking about at least now. So I hope you enjoyed that little recap vlog. I'm still kind of developing a style for these vlogs, filming a lot of B-roll during the event and just doing kind of this recap talk after. I really like it. It's a lot easier for me to do. Eventually, the vlogs will start getting more interactive, I think. It's just a matter of finding my style and finding an event where I'm able to do that. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time.